In this video, I want to address a few things about manifesting a specific person. There are a couple of things that I am being asked quite often, and these are the questions that I'm going to answer in this video. And one of the questions is, I'm often asked what I mean when I say that when you manifest a specific person, which is another person, you need to focus on yourself, that we are manifesting ourselves, not them, and what I mean by that. And this is an important distinction because this can make a big difference in your understanding of your own manifestation. Another thing that I have been asked quite a few times from you guys, the viewers of this channel, is I'm often asked, I heard someone else say that if we are God, we shouldn't be affirming. Or if we are God, we shouldn't be wanting to change another person. And we need to talk about that because someone who says that in a manifestation community is someone who doesn't understand what it means to be God, specifically in a human form, and how manifestation works, because these questions make no sense. But they have been like on repeat under my in the comments of my videos. So thank you for asking me these questions so that I know what videos to make, because the whole point of my YouTube channel is to clarify these things for you guys so that you don't have to go through the confusion that I went through with manifestation. And this is one of the reasons I constantly say manifestation is simple, don't overcomplicate it. It needs no overcomplication. And again, in this video, you will see in a moment why. If you need a more personalized help with your manifestations, you can book a one-on-one coaching session with me from the link in the description box below. I would love to help you with anything that you are manifesting. You can also join my Master Manifestor Mastermind group. In that case, please send me an email from my booking page so that we can find a group that is more comfortable for your time zone. This is a consistent group coaching, which is a wonderful support for your manifestations. So I highly recommend send me an email from my booking page if you want to join, and let's talk about manifesting a specific person. Manifestation is a subjective thing. Whatever you are manifesting, be it a specific person or an object, money, or your own health-related things or your own body-related things, in all these cases, you are manifesting not the thing, but you are manifesting yourself having that experience. And this may sound like a detail. It is sort of a detail, but it's a very important one, because when your focus is constantly on the outside, you sort of forget that you are the first person that needs to change in order for you to experience that thing. If you are in a state where your relationships aren't working and you are constantly focused only on the other person, now mind you, it is important to focus on the other person. Manifesting them being different, manifesting their behavior being different is totally okay and quite necessary in many cases. But when you do that and only that, you forget that it's not about changing and fixing them, it's about changing and fixing your own experience. What this means is that it simply goes back to self-concept. Who am I being in relation to whatever it is? Who am I in relation to this person? Who am I in relation to romantic relationships? Or how do I view myself? This is more, we're talking about identity here, self-concept / identity. Who are you being? Because it's totally okay to affirm this person loves me, this person wants me, this person is choosing me, we are in a relationship, etc., etc. If, on the other hand, which works, like it's wonderful, it works. If you are manifesting stuff like that, keep doing it, it's wonderful. But especially in cases where that has taken too long, that has, like, it goes on and off, it goes back and forth, works, doesn't work, etc., or it starts working and then some other problem comes up, what I want you to do is to come back to self and try to ask yourself, am I viewing myself as the person who has this kind of love? Am I viewing myself as the person who is being treated with kindness and respect and love and all those things? Because you can't forget yourself in any manifestation, because you are the person who is having the experience of being with that person, who is having the experience of being loved by that person, or whatever you're manifesting, having the money, the health, whatever. So you can't be your old self and manifest a new experience. This is something that people tend to forget, and this is something that can manifest the old things continuously. Like, it's not going to change unless you change. And our focus is often them. They need to change. They need to change. They need to change. No, you need to change. You need to become the person who actually experiences that love and that relationship in your mind. There's nothing to do in the physical, mind you. This is not about acting as if and tolerating things in the 3D that you don't want to or shouldn't. This is all happening in your mind, in your imagination. So this is what I mean when I say, when you're manifesting another person, your focus needs to be on you. How do you view yourself? Do you continuously think of yourself as the old version where you were being hurt, where you're being treated not the way you want to be treated, where you were never chosen? Are you viewing yourself like that still? Because if you are, and you're continuously affirming only about the other person, these things are opposite. They're opposing each other, so it's not going to manifest a consistent result. Mind you that you can affirm only about the other person and in the process become the person, but you need to still pay attention to how you view yourself. So in any case, regardless of what you're manifesting, it's self-concept. Self-concept is inevitable, literally regardless of what you are manifesting. You could be manifesting a pair of shoes. That's still self-concept, because you are not manifesting the pair of shoes technically. You are manifesting yourself having the experience of having that particular pair of shoes, which could be money, which could be a car, a house, whatever you're manifesting. So it needs to always come back to self. And this is why Neville Goddard says, no one to change but self. So your assumptions, your stories need to change. You need to change. Every time you are asking yourself, why isn't it here? Why hasn't this person changed? Stop and go back and ask yourself, have I changed though? Have I become the person that has this experience? And how do you become the person? That is the point of doing the techniques. The techniques are meant for your mind to change and shape to become the mind of the person who has that experience. This is basically what I mean when I say you need to focus on self. So focus on your assumptions, literally. While, like, even when you are affirming the person loves me, that needs to become an assumption, because if the person loves me, if the person has chosen me, how am I then? Am I this nervous, insecure, angry person who was never chosen, etc.? Am I still being that person if I'm experiencing the person that I love that has chosen me and is in love with me, etc.? Do you see where I'm going? So I hope this made sense. Now let's jump to what it means. This question about you are God, you shouldn't be affirming. Because I think it's very related to the first part of this video about you need to change in order the other person to change, etc. You can do this. The reason this works is because you are God of your reality. You are the only God creating your experiences. That's why manifestation works. God in human form, though, I don't understand how people can forget that we are still humans. You have a human body, you have a human brain, which the mind operates through, your emotions, which the mind, the imagination, the whole, your God self operates through, etc. So, being God in a human form means that we are having limited experience. What this means is that we are experiencing one thing at a time. God that is not in human form, so this infinite intelligence, the consciousness that we are all part of, experiences everything at once. This is basically what means more or less when we say past, present, future exists all at once. Everything exists at the same time, at the same place. God, which is not in human form, the consciousness, experiences that like that. It experiences everything, every single possibility all at once. When we are in human form, we experience one thing at a time. You cannot, in your human form, experience your SP loving you and your SP not loving you both at once. It's either one or the other. This is what it means to be human. We can't have opposing beliefs and therefore opposing experiences at once, which God in non-human form can. So the reason we affirm and do the techniques is because we choose our experiences, because we are God and we can choose our experiences. I don't understand this where this comes from, because I have been asked this question several times and it literally makes no sense, because you are God in human form, you are choosing your experiences with your focus, that's it. And it's not about changing the person. You are not changing anything because the versions of that person exist. Creation is finished. God has created every version of your person and every version of you, who has every version of that experience. All the versions, or the millions of versions exist that God has created. So when someone says changing the person, I mean, in practical language, and for the sake of explaining our 3D experience, that is okay. But to say that you are God, so you shouldn't be changing the person, like, what does that even mean? Because you're not changing anything. You are selecting a version that already was created by God. So I really hope that this is making sense, because this idea that you shouldn't be affirming or you shouldn't be changing the person because you are God makes no sense. You are God, and therefore you can imagine. You have been given this imagination to imagine people the way you want them to be. Or imagine your bank account the way you want it to be. Or imagine your body, your health, your hair color, whatever that you want, the way you want it to be. You are God, therefore you can select your experiences. And the reason we are selecting experiences is because we are in our human form. You can't experience, again, I'm repeating, you can't experience yourself being poor and yourself being rich at the same time. These are two versions of you. So what? Do you mean that you shouldn't be manifesting wealth because you shouldn't be changing yourself because you are God? Explain that to me. That makes no sense. Why are people saying this? So I really hope that this is clarifying for you, because there's no point in for you to be confused about things that make no sense. I have had clients who came to me with similar confusions that, I was told that it needs to be my heart's true desire, otherwise it won't manifest. Like, what does that even mean? Because that would mean that all our negative emotions and beliefs and assumptions and thoughts won't manifest, which would mean that no human being would ever have a negative experience. All those experiences, the good, the bad, the negative, the whatever, they are all versions of situations that people that have been created by that same God, consciousness that we are part of. And in our human form, we can select to experience one or the other. You are not doing anything bad by manifesting a different behavior from your specific person. You desire to be with that person. You desire to be loved and respected and desired and whatever. This is your desire, and please go ahead and manifest it. If anything is confusing, if anything makes you feel bad, because this is what is also important, because I hear these people ask me these questions. Someone has said I can't, I shouldn't, I don't know, and this makes me feel bad because I love my specific person. Don't listen to anything that makes you feel bad or guilty or like you can't manifest it. Why are you God if you can't manifest your own experience? Which, again, I have said this in other videos. You all want something good. I have been coaching for years, and I have worked with so many people, hundreds of people that I have been coaching. Every single one of them wanted some kind of happiness, which most of the case was love and romantic relationship. And when you are manifesting a romantic relationship, you are manifesting something good for the other person also, because that other person is also going to be happy in that relationship because you are manifesting them to be in love with you. So you are manifesting a situation where the person who is in love with you is actually with you, which is what greater happiness than that. And other than that, I have had clients who were manifesting money, which gives you a comfortable, lovely life, or health, or weight loss, which are all things that, or you could be manifesting weight gain. I have just not had clients who have manifested weight gain. Whatever you're manifesting, you are manifesting that thing because it gives you some sort of comfort and happiness and something positive. So the fact that some things that people say that can make you feel bad, I don't like that, okay? I don't like that. To recap, you are manifesting your own experiences in your own reality, and you are God in human form, which means that you can manifest and select your experiences. Something that needs to be mentioned here also, I have mentioned this in other videos, it's not like you didn't manifest the current version of your person, you know. You are either manifesting one version of them or the other version of them. I should have probably started with this. So to say, oh, you're God, you shouldn't be changing people. What do you mean? I am God, so I manifested accidentally this version of the person that I don't like because I didn't know I was manifesting, so I had beliefs and assumptions that I didn't, I didn't pick and choose carefully, again, because I didn't know I was manifesting, so I accidentally ended up manifesting a shitty experience. I manifested this, so I can't manifest the other version. Oh gosh, so I really hope that this makes sense. I really hope that this is helpful, and I really hope that you will gain some confidence and faith in yourself and your manifestation. And yes, you can manifest whatever the heck you want to manifest, okay? Don't listen to anybody who says you can't or shouldn't. Once again, if you need a more personalized help with your manifestations, you can of course book a one-on-one coaching session with me from the link in the description box below. I would love to help you with anything that you are manifesting. And you can also join my Master Manifestor Mastermind group or one of the groups. In that case, please send me an email and we can find a group that is more comfortable for you. Have a beautiful day and see you in the next video.